All right, so for this one, to graph it, what I would do is I would start with this piece here, and since there's the equal to here, I would go ahead and plug in -2. When I plug in -2, I get 3 minus 5, that's -2. And I have the equal to, so I'm going to have a dot at -2, -2. And then what I'm going to have is I'm going to have a line segment going to the left. You could either plug in another point, like -3 or -4, or you could use the fact that the slope is -1.5. -1.5 is the same as -3/2. So I'm going to pick this line segment tool. So -3/2 would mean I could start here and I could go up 3 and left 2. So there's the graph for the first part. Now for the second part, when I plug in -2, I get -1, but I do not have an equal to there. So I'm going to have a circle. So I'm going to have -2, -1. And then when I plug in, -2, -1. Then when I plug in 2, I'm also going to get -1. But that one has to have a dot because it's got the equal to -1. And then I'm going to have just a little connector between them. And then finally I do the same thing for this last piece. I plug in 2. When I plug in 2, I get -1 plus 5. That's 4, and it's going to be a circle. So 2, 4. And then once again, I could either plug in another number like 3 or 4 or 5, or I could use the slope. I like using the slope. The slope is -1/2. So that tells me to start here and go down 1 and over 2. And there's what your graph should look like. Hope that helps.